Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Cool FM Live broadcast of Cochise County Sports. Tonight, you got Paul on the call, and we have Cochise County Baseball. The WILLCOX Cowboys host the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and our first Cochise on Cochise 2A Beast Region matchup here today. This is going to be an incredible game and what proves to be a great start to the season for Cochise County Baseball. I am Paul Quarter. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live Sports. Don't forget to like the Cool FM Live page, the Cool FM Live Sports page, and subscribe to the Cool FM Live YouTube page, where most definitely we will be streaming more often than not, as Facebook streaming services just seem to get worse and worse and worse and worse. But don't hesitate to jump in the chat, folks. Let me know who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. And let's get this active. We got our first 2A Beast Region game of the season. WILLCOX coming off what was a very successful season last year. They did lose 4 seniors, Cash McCumber, Ed Tingle, Monster Fuentes, and Oren Alsop, who were big contributors, but they were, outside of those 4, a very young team last year, and they made what has to be considered one of the greatest upsets in baseball history when they went up to Goodyear, Arizona as a 15 seed and upset the 2 seed. Sorry, audio's coming to my ear. And they look to build off of that success. New hats for the WILLCOX Cowboys. I like my pinstripe one. I'll go ahead and keep that. And coming in to Cowboy Country is the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, who need absolutely no introduction. Every single year they play baseball, they are perennial number 1 seed and all of 2A in Arizona, not just the 2A Beast region. And right now, this season is no different. They're starting off the season 3-1-1 or 2-1-1. I can't even really remember. But they have more wins than losses, and they are led by superstar catcher and pitcher, Mr. DJ Elias. Growing with the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, talk about young teams. They did lose a Gabe Garcia and a Brody Franklin and a few others. But they played a lot of freshmen last year. You talk about Kelly Bliss and Sasha Webster, some of the boys that were coming up. A lot of new names in this season as well. But the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, a factory for baseball, just rotating and rotating and rotating. And this is going to prove to be one of the more exciting games of our baseball season. Ty Scholl taking the mound, as you can see, on the bump for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Anthony Morales catching for him. Christian Teeters at third. That's familiar with football. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the Tombstone Yellow Jacket lineup. Batting first, number 6, Hank Moody, center fielder. Trey Franklin follows him, the right fielder. DJ Elias is going to be catching for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and we know all about him. Head coach for the Bisbee Pumas, champion Bisbee Pumas, Todd Hammett, says he's the best catcher in all of Arizona. Brendan Caballero will clean up, and he is playing pitcher today. Eric Kohler is the first baseman. He's hitting 5th. Miguel Rincon out in left field, a great outfielder. Miguel Rincon, also a great pitcher, 12 strikeouts this season for Miguel Rincon in his first start. Kelly Bliss is playing shortstop, as always. Andrew Darcy, the third baseman, and then Sasha Webster at second base. Without further ado, we are ready for Cochise County Baseball. First pitch in from Ty Scholl is going to be too tall, 1-0 the count. Good news so far. Nothing's glitching. Nothing's messing up. If anyone saw my Alfreda Valley Union broadcast, you know that is a big worry and concern of mine right now. Second pitch home. This one's going to be fouled away. My car's not in danger, but there's some kids over there. 1-1 the count. So far, so good in the stream, folks. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch because we all know what happens when I do that. 1-1 home. Ty Scholl, a sophomore last year, junior this year. What I am told is the leading arm for the WILLCOX Cowboys. That was Cash McCumber last year. 2-1 as he misses just outside with that pitch. Two on one home to Hammer and Hank Moody. That's going to be too tall. 3-1 the count. Ty Scholl struggling with his release point on the mound right now. He's got good accuracy. He's hitting his spots, but just letting it go a little bit too early. The 3-2, that's going to be high and inside, ball 4. So this game starts off with a walk. Good job from Hank Moody, seeing 4 pitches and drawing the base on balls for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That's one thing you want to do as a leadoff hitter. You want to get on base, and you want to see a lot of pitches so everybody up right after you knows exactly what they're going in against. Ty Scholl looking Hank Moody back. Mark Wilson on first, holding Moody. Pickoff attempt. Moody back safely. Hank Moody looks like he wants to test the arm of Ant-Man, Anthony Morales, behind the plate. Love the red pinstripes, by the way. Red and black pinstripes from the WILLCOX Cowboys. These uniforms are gorgeous. You just love the characters of baseball. Hank Moody not going. That one's going to be across the plate. Strike 1. As I forgot to introduce our batter, Trey Franklin, right fielder for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Of course, Trey and his brother Brody were superstars for this team last year. Now with Brody gone, Trey Franklin going to carry on the Franklin name. Runner's going to go. This one's going to be fouled away. Now 0-2. That's hitting the windshield. Nope, just to the truck. 0-2 the count. It always does amaze me how close they parked the ballpark. I know the trees are there, but they aren't fully developed yet, as big as they are. Ty Scholl now battling back. 0-2 ahead in Trey Franklin. Lost Hank Moody. And this is a much, much better at-bat for the pitcher on record, Ty Scholl. Runner's going to go. This one's going to be fouled right back at me. Still 0-2. Hank Moody has to go back. Still no comments in the chats, folks. I know. I see Mama Teeters in the chat. Let's talk about Christian Teeters and his home run he hit in the JV game. By the way, JV games out here in WILLCOX, Arizona draw a crowd. There is 100 people here for that. That's because I guess they have to go back to school. So they let them watch the JV game, and then they go back to class is what I heard. Pickoff move. Moody back, no danger. Still 0-2 the count home to Trey Franklin. Tall Trey Franklin, as Dave calls him. The pitch. Hank Moody's going to go. This one's going to be looped into center field. Center fielder can't find it at all. The sun playing tricks, and that's going to lead to the first run of the ball game for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Hank Moody's going to go ahead and come across, and early on, a 0-2 count and an RBI double from Trey Franklin. 1-0 Tombstone on top with big DJ Elias coming to the plate. DJ Elias hitting .667 this year. No home runs. The wind is blowing right at my back, so it's going out to left field. And last time we were here in WILLCOX to broadcast the Tombstone WILLCOX game, DJ Elias led off the game with a home run. I'm sure he wants to go ahead and repeat that success. 1-0. Ty Scholl lost his man Trey Franklin 0-2, but to be fair, that's a ball that would have been caught in center field had the sun not played any tricks on anyone. That one's going to be right across at the knees. 0-1 the count. Gabe Garcia from Tombstone last year. Gabe Garcia would have looked back at the umpire after that one. Shout out, Gabe, if you're watching. Trey Franklin on second. Ty Scholl giving him a long look. He's going to come home. This one's going to be fouled back. 0-2. So Ty Scholl, back-to-back batters, up 0-2 in the count. That's about 7 straight strikes he's thrown. Unfortunate here to have no outs in the top of the first inning. People starting to pile up into this chat. Let me tell you, folks, we are very excited for Cochise County baseball, so much so that Dave and I are splitting up all season just to try to broadcast as many games as we can because these kids deserve it. The 0-2 home to Elias. He's going to rip this one to third. That's off of the leg of Teeters. This is going to get into center field. Trey Franklin's going to come across. Do they test the arm? He is coming home. Ty Scholl cuts it off, but DJ with great base running is going to exchange positions on second base to Trey Franklin, and now that is 2 0-2 counts that have resulted in RBI doubles for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That one's really an RBI single, but we like to give the kids credit around here. That's going to bring up Brendan Caballero. Tall Brendan Caballero. I asked him why he didn't play basketball while I was in the dugout, and he said, I suck at it. I said, me too, brother. Me too. 2-0 in the top of the first. Ty Scholl has not thrown a ball in 8 pitches and has no outs recorded on it. There's another. Ooh, that one looked good from here. Ump says ball that was up, and that is not the case. That one's good. That's why they call it the hot corner down there. Christian Teeters couldn't handle that rocket shot from DJ Elias. It'd be tough to give him an error on that one, so we'll just give DJ the hit. 1-0 home. Good pitch here off the hands. Teeter's going to be up with this one, but he can't make the play. That one you have to score an error. Now runners on first and second. Nobody out. Caballero gets away. It sounded like he either hit that one off the hands or the end of the bat. Either which way, he's going to feel that one in his fingers. And Christian Teeters, the old common mistake of lifting your head before you play the ball, kind of got off balance at third base. Always need to attack the ball. Don't let it come to you, because it never comes nicely. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Tombstone up 2-0. Ty Scholl trying to pitch out of this jam. Runner's going to go for third. There's a strike. Anthony down and safe. DJ Elias steals third base. 0-1 home. Looks like a hit and run call might have been on there. This is going to be Eric Kohler. Forgot to announce him to the plate as well. It's preseason for everybody, folks. 2-0. Runners at the corners, nobody out. And to be fair to Ty Scholl, there should be 2 outs and no runs in this inning. That one's going to be too high. Batter did pull his bunt back. 1-1 the count. Oh, didn't even see that. Caballero goes down to second base after a stolen base. That's 2 stolen bases for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets so far in this ballgame. Anthony Morales, Ant-Man, is going to go out to Ty Scholl and try to calm him down. Ty Scholl's pitched very well in this ballgame so far. Center fielder lost the ball, and then a couple plays down at third base that don't get made. And you assume that would have been – those plays would have been made. Ty Scholl would have been scoreless with 2 outs in this inning. There still would be 2 on, I do believe. But either which way, that's baseball. We're not doing the if-then theory. Looks like Caballero's coming off. And the pitcher will get back into the dugout, so he's going to have a pinch runner. I think that was number 8. I don't have a number 8 on my roster. Apologies for that. The runners at second and third for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Nobody out in the top of the first inning. Of course, Tombstone, one of the favorites to go to the AIA 2A state championship this season. Great breaking ball. That one's going to catch. 1-2 the count now home. Looked like that might have been a slider from Ty Scholl. So Kohler now behind in the count. But Ty Scholl was up 0-2 on his last 2 hitters. And they ended up getting on and getting a couple RBIs. Ty comes home. Fastball. This one's going to be chopped down to first. That's just going to get foul. Fortunate it does. Infield not playing at run-saving depth, normal depth, so DJ Elias would have got home. And I know you want to get an out any way you can right now, but when you got 2 strikes on a hitter and you're in complete control, you'd love to strike him out and keep that run off the board. We'll see how this goes. Ty Scholl, pickoff move over. He almost got DJ napping. Teeter slaps the tag on, but just a little bit late. Still 1-2 home. Top of the first inning. Thank you, everyone, again for joining me on Cool FM Live as viewers start to pile up. Cool FM Live Sports, rather. In our first battle of Cochise County 2A Beast Region action. The 1-2 home. Great breaking ball. This one's going to be fouled right at me, so we'll do the 1-2 again. Ty Scholl, great location now. He only really struggled with Hank Moody, and since then, nice, tight strike zone that he's hitting, but he just cannot get these Yellow Jacket hitters out. Dave Davies in the chat says, put on a good game, boys. Ty Scholl, the fastball. This is going to be a pop-up. Can they corral it? They do. And nobody comes across. There we go. That's more like it for the defense of the WILLCOX Cowboys. Mark Wilson coming in. Looks like he might have been fooled a little bit, but was able to corral that with no damage done. That's going to bring up number 9, Miguel Rincon for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Miguel Rincon, lefty. 6 innings pitched. Started a game this season. 6 innings, 12 strikeouts in that game. So we asked who was going to be the arm behind Gabe Garcia. Miguel Rincon making his case. First pitch home to him. That's breaking ball. Catches the zone. 0-1 the count. And Ty Scholl's got that curveball moving this year. Runner still at second and third, but 1 away. Scholl checking the runner back at second. Good fastball right after the breaking ball. And again, Ty Scholl ahead of a hitter. 0-2. Might be an instance where Ty Scholl just needs to find out what his strikeout pitch is going to be. Curveball first, fastball second. I don't want to say this too loud. I don't want to put thoughts in the hitter's head and give a competitive advantage either way. But if I'm Ty Scholl, I go change up low and away. We'll see what he does. And there's the changeup from Ty Scholl there. Strike 3, and now 2 outs. So Ty Scholl bailing the WILLCOX Cowboys out behind him. A strikeout and a pooch pop out on the infield. That's a big strikeout. Miguel Rincon, one of the better hitters for the Yellow Jackets last year. And if you're a great baseball player for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, that is saying something. I expect an all-Cochise final in 2A this year. The teams, I'm sure everyone would know. Ty Scholl's going to lose that one a little high. 1-0 the count. Still runners on second and third, 2 away. We'll see if Ty Scholl can't get the WILLCOX Cowboys out of this inning with minimal damage done. A series of unfortunate events for the WILLCOX Cowboys led to 2 runs. That Arizona sun can play tricks on you. These boys out here without sunglasses, I don't know how you do it. This one's going to be a high fly ball into right field, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. 2 across for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, but Ty Scholl behind excellent location pitching. Some people call that accuracy. Gets the Tombstone Yellow Jackets out of this first inning with minimal damage done, leaving 2 stranded in scoring position with 0 outs as well. So thank you again for everyone watching, and happy to have you here. This change in half innings. I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, the boys are just rallying. I thought we had the umpires and everyone getting together. It didn't sound like there was any bad things going on, so I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, let's thank some sponsors that make this free broadcast on Cool FM Live possible. First, Synergy Home Care, providing non-medical home care across Cochise and Santa Cruz County. That does mean WILLCOX, Tombstone. I say all of Cochise. We got to San Simon, which is 12 miles from the New Mexico border. 520-685-1035, Synergy Home Care. Thank you to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, serving our community. Thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive, now serving Cochise County. Ed Morse is about supporting the community and giving you the best vehicle buying experience possible. You can drive in today and experience the difference for yourself at Ed Morse Automotive Group. Thank you as well to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. Thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. Thank you to the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas, providing the highest quality of care to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Give them a call today at 520-432-6435. And as always, folks, sorry about that. And as always, folks, all the links and information to our sponsors can be found in the description box right above of our stream. And we got one or two more. Again, DJ Elias, superstar for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, behind the plate. No, one more. Just kidding. One more pitch now. I thought the ump said two more, or one more. He said two more. Nobody's perfect, right? Brendan Caballero pitching for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Kid's about 6'4", 6'5". Ooh, misses that one. Well, here's the last two. Okay, the umpire is just making friendly conversation. These are the last two warm-up pitches. Oh, man. No more speculation for your boy. The Caballero, being that tall on the mound, possesses a different animal. The ball looks like it's going to get on you a lot faster when it comes from such a high angle. That's what made Randy Johnson successful. I mean, the fact that he threw 100 too, and it made it look like it was 110. That's something as well. Thank you again, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live Sports. Bottom of the first inning. WILLCOX Cowboys find themselves down in this one, 2-0. Folks, jump into the chat, get live. Let us know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for. First pitch home from Caballero. It's going to be swung on and missed for the first strike. Severo Torres in the batter's box for the WILLCOX Cowboys. He went up there. He wanted to smack at that first one. Caballero threw him something he was not expecting. That one on the outside corner, and Brendan Caballero is spotting that fastball perfectly. It's only been two pitches. But when you see it, you can see it. He's got the velocity. He's got the location. The 0-2. This one's going to be a high fly ball. The right field out there. No problem. First out. Kind of a defensive swing as that ball was high. But Torres was not going to go down without a fight. That's Trey Franklin in right field for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And that's going to bring up Tucker Standback for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. I believe he is a freshman, too. I forgot to write the freshman down. First pitch to him. That's going to be a fastball way behind that one. 0-1 the count. Talk about the 2A Beast region. I mean, there's a lot of differences between 4A and 5A. Normally in sports, 5A are going to have bigger kids, basketball and football. But I'll tell you what, in this 2A region in Cochise County, the best pitchers reside in 2A. I'm just saying it right now. That one's on the outside corner. Just misses. 1-1 the count. As Coach Adrian Fuentes, former Coach Adrian Fuentes for the WILLCOX Cowboys says, it's the 2A Beast region for a reason. This one's going to be slapped to right field. Does it get down? No, just drifts. Wynn couldn't keep it in. 1-2. That was good contact there from Standback. 1-2 home. Kim Sanchez in the chat. Sounds familiar. Smooth Joe Sanchez or Cool Joe Sanchez, whichever one Joe Cool. Says, let's go, Cowboys. Let's get some runs. The 1-2 home to Standback. Breaking ball just misses inside. 2-2 the count. Good eye there from Standback. Not offering at that one. That's a pitch that get many hitters out, I assume. That one too low, 3-2. Good job. Good eye here from young Tucker Standback. These pitches are very, very close to the lay off, and that's great plate discipline. The 3-2 home, one away in the bottom of the first inning for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Caballero has his sign, the windup and the pitch. Off the plate, no offer. Standback, Tucker Standback, what an eye. Those pitches, tough to lay off, especially 3-2, and I'm sure that's what Caballero was counting on, is that he was going to be protecting the plate. And that was a very tight slider that Standback able to stay off of and works the walk. for the WILLCOX Cowboys. That will bring up smooth Joe Sanchez. Joe Cool. It's Joe Cool. It's Cool Joe Sanchez. Somewhere along the line, I started to call him Smooth Joe Sanchez.
Wow.
We got some more comments. Pickoff move at first. Nothing doing. Tiffany Montroy in the chat says, thank you for broadcasting. You're very welcome. Bobcat Mom. Ooh, we will be in Benson, Arizona for the Benson Bobcats tomorrow. That one's going to be too high. The bunt attempt pulled back from Joe. Won another count.
What?
I say we. Cool FM will be out there, and that game will be broadcasted by Dave Davies, who split up the regions in a fair way. And I can say safely, Dave, they miss you here in WILLCOX, Arizona. This bunt's going to be down right back to the pitcher, Caballero. Doesn't even take a look at second. Smart play. Gets it over. Now 2 away, but a runner does move into scoring position for the cleanup hitter for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Umpire saying something. I didn't hear it. So a sack bunt from Joe Sanchez. That's going to bring up Ant-Man catcher Anthony Morales. I don't know if he wants me to tell the story or not, but we're in Bisbee, Arizona for a basketball game. He said, you ready to broadcast me hit some home runs? I told him I'm always ready for home runs, Ant-Man. WILLCOX do a lot for the momentum right now. If they can get a run in the bottom of the first, 2 away, runner in scoring position at second. Caballero. Breaking ball catches the outside corner, 0-1. Oh, I just love baseball. I was joking with both coaches before the game. I forget that in Cochise County, baseball season means put on the winter clothes. The only county that has that. That one's going to be way too high, 1-1. I'll tell you, that fastball gets on you quick. Brendan Caballero. Now, you add the height to that. I mean, that thing looks like it's coming in at 95. They always say you have 3/10 of a second from the pitcher's hand till it gets to the plate. So you have 1/10 of a second to decide whether to swing at a fastball or not. Good eye there from Morales pulling that one back. That was another tight slider, 2-1 the count. They need to start playing the varsity games on the JV times because there was a huge crowd for the JV WILLCOX game. And I'm not lying. The stands were filled up. There was people all along the fence line. There was well over 100 people for the JV game. But then everyone had to go back to school, I guess. So the 2-1 home. Morales takes a heavy swing at that, gets under it, and sends it well foul into right field. And the truck is safe this time. 2-2 the count. 2 is full in the bottom of the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Anthony Morales, the 2-2. Caballero looks the runner back at second. Stand back. The pitch. Fouls this one off. Oh, yeah, it does get foul. Kind of fortunate and unfortunate there for Anthony Morales. Was completely fooled on the pitch, but then once it gets out there, that would have been a swinging bunt. He would have definitely been on first. It'll still be 2-2. It looks like we have some more comments in the chat. Kim Sanchez says everyone's ready for home runs. No kidding. Love baseball season. Yeah, no kidding, right? Tiffany Montroy says we literally froze at Desert Christian the other day. No doubt, no doubt. I believe it. What is with Arizona? Anyway, here we go. The 2-2 home. Oh, Morales fooled on that one. That's going to be strike 3. DJ Elias puts the tag on, and the Tombstone Yellow Jackets get out of the first inning with no damage done. We go to the top of the second. Tombstone still on top, 2-0. As Dave Davies in the chat says, we've left games frozen before, I promise. The funniest story we have is in Bisbee, Arizona. And so when we started broadcasting baseball, I didn't want to be a nuisance to anybody, so we typically set up on the first baseline. I didn't want to be in anyone's way behind home plate, so we decided we'd be in third base in Bisbee, Arizona. And I think it was against WILLCOX. And it was the first year we were broadcasting baseball. And it was so cold that we were taking laps from third base to the shed out there at Warren Ballpark and just trying to stay warm. And we had our long sleeves on. I probably did. I probably had shorts on, knowing me. And we had frostbite. It was bad. We had a cameraman then. He had to take some laps as well. And wouldn't you know it, that game went into extra innings. So thank you for that story time with Paul. Matthew Meinhardt, Mainstream Matt in the chat says, let's go Tombstone. Watching all the way from Tombstone, Arizona. I'd like to thank a few more. Just kidding. I did until that. I don't know what that happened there. But I'd like to thank a few more sponsors that keep our streams free on Cool FM Live. First, Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs, servicing all of Cochise County. Visit them or call 520-456-8945. Thank you as well to Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fright Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door. Now open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Everything the DMV does, just a little bit more efficiently for your time. And finally, thank you to the Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally handmade bath and body products. You can find them at CSUN Creations or visit SierraVistaSoapCompany.com. And 2-1, Tombstone on top of the WILLCOX Cowboys as we head in the top of the second inning. It's going to bring up number 77, Andrew Dorsey, followed by sophomore Sasha Webster, part of that amazing freshman class last year for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And I didn't say it in the outset. Hank Moody, our leadoff hitter for Tombstone, congratulations on coming back, Hank. That was a very vicious injury we saw. The ambulance pulled out for him in Benson, Arizona, and it's nice to see him playing some sports again. Ty Scholl catches the outside corner at the knees, 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1 home to Dorsey. Good break roll right at me. Actually got me to move. I've been staying strong all day. Not that one. That one was right in my face. So Ty Scholl once again up 0-2 against a hitter, which is honestly an accomplishment in of itself when you're playing the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Dave Davies is absolutely right. I think we missed it on the show. We had so many problems with our show. People, I don't say this often, do not go back and watch that show we did live at 10 a.m. today. There's just so many technical issues with that. Happy to report, Dave, no technical issues right now. But we are doing our Cochise County All-Star Game draft show on Saturday, and this one's going to run to the inside. Dorsey hit by pitch, and that's going to put a runner on first for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Ty Scholl up 0-2. Ran that fastball a little bit too far inside, and it caught him. That's going to bring up Sasha Webster for the Yellow Jackets. That's another 0-2 count that results in a runner on first base for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Defensively, WILLCOX got to shore that up. And on that particular instance, Ty Scholl got to be kicking himself, losing an 0-2 batter on a hit by pitch. Scholl checks the runner at first. The throw home, that's a strike. Good pitch from Scholl. And I'll tell you, Ty Scholl has been pitching very well today. Everything in a nice, tight circumference. Nothing really getting outside the zone too wildly, except for that pitch on 0-2. Looked like a two-seamer that he just lost control of. The 0-1 now home to Sasha Webster. Did he go around? He did not. 1-1 the count. Tombstone fans love that call. Nothing to say from the WILLCOX fans. The only thing I can report from the WILLCOX fans is, once again, is Dave with you? Where's Dave? Pickoff move back to first. Safe. He in there. No problem. Don't worry, WILLCOX Arizona fans. Dave Davies will be here broadcasting your games for the most part. We each took a high school that was an hour away from Sierra Vista. He took WILLCOX. I took Douglas. Douglas fans, don't worry, we'll be there next week. This one's going to be a high fly ball to center field. Can't find it again out in center. That sun playing a lot of tricks on. the WILLCOX Cowboys, and this is going to result in another run for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Unfortunate runs for Ty Scholl, who's getting fly balls. But unfortunately, things are not going his way. So Sashi Webster sends one high and deep to center field. Give him an RBI double. Tombstone now ahead 3-1 in this contest. We're going to get right back to the top of the lineup, and there is Hammer and Hank Moody. Just a great story. Hank Moody getting, what do you call it, medevaced, ambulanced out of the stadium in Benson, Arizona for football, and now look at him. Officially no at bat. He walked in his first at bat. He did score a run. Hank Moody, also one of the leading hitters for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Part of the fabulous 4 freshman class last year for the Cowboys. Now a fabulous 4, it might be 5 sophomores that I saw on that roster. Some JV kids came up and started to take the swings for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as well. 0-1 as he swings through that pitch from Ty Scholl. Another good breaking ball. This one's catch is 0-2. Now Ty Scholl again up 0-2 on a hitter. And whether it's the defense or it's Ty Scholl, the Cowboys have got to get this hitter out. There's too many 0-2 counts that have resulted in Tombstone, not only hits, but Tombstone runs. The 0-2 from Scholl. That's right on the outside corner. Strike 3, first out of the inning. Much better from Ty Scholl. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Obviously, Hank Moody expecting that one to break out of the zone, but Ty Scholl was not messing around. That is his second strikeout of the ballgame. That'll bring up Trey Franklin, RBI double in his last at bat. First pitch home to Franklin. Ty Scholl watching the runner back. Active on the base pass. Franklin turned on this one. And that's on the ceiling of the WILLCOX High School. He hit that about 100 feet right. We might have had our first home run of the season. 0-1 home to Franklin. Dave Davies saying, I'll be there next Wednesday, boys. Happy to report to you, too, Dave. It wasn't the players that said that. They were very nice to me, obviously. 1-1 home as that one's in the dirt away. It was actually one of the parents. He was like, where's the other guy? It's like, he's coming, trust me. 1-1 now home to Trey Franklin. Scholl looks the runner back. This is a high fly ball, barreled it up, but just a little bit underneath it. It looks like there might be troubles out there in left field, and there are. The throw comes into third, and that's just another mishap in the field for the WILLCOX Cowboys. And this was the story for the Cowboys last year. It took them a long time to get that defense to catch up to their offense, and that's why they were the 15 seed going into that tournament in Goodyear. So Trey Franklin reaches first base. Now runners at the corners for DJ Elias. DJ, a single and an RBI in his first plate appearance. Also has a stolen bases. He stole third. First pitch home to DJ. That catches the zone. Strike 1. Ty Scholl locating, again, everything very well today. Throwing a lot of strikes. Just cannot get the out. Runner's going to take off for second. Ant-Man's not going to even throw it down there, so that's going to be 2 runners in scoring position, 1-1. This is exactly how the Tombstone Yellow Jackets left the bases stranded in the last inning. Runners on second and third when they had nobody out. This time 1 out. Advantage WILLCOX. 3-0. Did I say 3? I kept saying 3-1. 3-0. As this one's going to be outside, 2-1. I think I just expected Ant-Man to drive that run home for some reason, but it's 3-0, not 3-1. And thank goodness we have the scoreboard. Otherwise, I'd be misleading everybody. This one's going to be low and away. Dave Davies back in the chat says, come on, defense, sharpen up, boys. And I do agree with that. We're not playing favorites or anything like that at Cool FM, but I like to see no errors. Let's just say that. I'd like to see no errors in the field. as a broadcaster and a former baseball player. The 3-1 home to DJ Elias. That one misses, just missed at the belt. So that's going to be bases loaded now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And coming up to the plate, pitcher, cleanup hitter, Brendan Caballero. Dave Davies saying, tall Trey is a baller. Absolutely. We have a little bit of a stop engine play, trying to get things sorted out. I'm going to have to get a zip tie my phone up here. The other one. That's a good idea, Paul. So I don't have to keep bending down for the comments. First pitch home, that's going to be a swing and a miss to Caballero. Ant-Man quickly on that one. Runners stay put. One away, bases loaded. Of course, Dave Davies is a man that's beloved in WILLCOX, Arizona, despite what two people would have you think. Dave also saying, let's go, Ty, get out of this. Ty Scholl trying to pick off DJ Elias on that one. That's an interesting runner to try to get back, just trying to catch him sleeping, as there is nowhere for any of these runners to go. Might be a get your mind right kind of throw over from Ty Scholl. The 0-1 home. Right across the heart of the plate, 0-2. You hear the pop. Ty Scholl definitely added some velocity onto his fastball in the offseason. Top of the second inning, bases loaded, only one away. There's the strikeout pitch you wanted, but started it off the plate. A hitter can see that thing breaking the whole time, especially a pitcher like Caballero. No offer at that. 1-2 now. Ty Scholl again up 0-2 on a hitter. Can WILLCOX get this hitter out? This one's going to be squared up to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to at least be one run. It's 4-0. Bases stay loaded for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And again, an 0-2 hitter that finds first base, and another RBI from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Great piece of hitting down there, 0-2 by Caballero, and that's going to bring up Eric Kohler, who reached via an error, or no, actually popped out to first base in his last plate appearance. And we'll have another pinch runner for the for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. See, it's preseason for everybody, folks. Dave, look up number 8 for Tombstone on Max Preps and tell me what his name is. I didn't bring the rosters. First pitch home from Ty. That is some chin music, up and 1-0. It's only the second pitch that Ty has lost. Both of them have been high and tight. One of them actually contacted the hitter. That dusts Kohler off a little bit. This one's going to be ripped to the gap in between third and short and all the way into left field. DJ Elias is going to come all the way around. Torres the throw in. No tag, and that's going to be a 2 RBI single, and WILLCOX now up 6-0. This is exactly what happened last year. The WILLCOX Cowboys just could not do themselves any favors, errors or losing hitters late. And the Tombstone Yellow Jackets actually mercy ruled them last year, and we still think we're going to get a little bit of a better game than that this year, especially the way Ty Scholl's pitching. But they have got to convert. It's one thing to get there; it's another thing to just put someone away. One out in the top of the second inning. It is 6-0 quickly. Tombstone on top, and here comes number 9, Miguel Rincon, strikeout victim his last time up, looking to change his fortunes around. Scholl looks the runner back at second. This one's going to be outside. Now Ty Scholl starting to lose it to the left side of that plate. 1-0 the count. What is Roastin' Elias? Oh, Roastin', DJ's little brother. Oh, my goodness. I even saw him today. That one's going to hit the runner in the helmet. It's going to get to first base. Wilson couldn't come up with it at first, otherwise they might have had the runner at second dead to rights. Ty Scholl needs to settle back in. 1-0 the count, home to Rincon. Six nothing in the top of the second. This is not how I saw this ball game going this early on. I know WILLCOX is young and they lost the 4 seniors, but I fully expect to be even better than they were last year, where they made the Elite 8 quarterfinalists in the 2A state playoffs. Nice fastball right by Rincon. Rincon taking a hack and a half at that one. Rincon's eyes looking in the sky because that's where he wanted that ball to go. And you even hear the Tombstone coaches watch that ball the whole way. Wind has died down here a little bit. He's going to send this one off the fence. 1-2 now the count. And again, a 2-strike count for Ty Scholl. 0-2-1-2. That's been the detriment to these WILLCOX Cowboys so far. Can they get out? Miguel Rincon. Six, nothing. One away in the top of the second inning. Scholl. That's going to hit Rincon, and they are going to give him first base. Looked like he might have leaned into that one a little bit. But official says base is loaded, one away. And that brings in Miguel Rincon for the Kelly Bliss for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Losing my mind here, folks. Losing my mind. Bases once again loaded for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. One away in the top of the second inning. First pitch home from Scholl. That's going to be a strike. Catches the knees. Kelly Bliss didn't like that one. He would never show it, but he didn't like that one. Ty Scholl in a little bit of danger on the top of the second. Again, a great breaking ball, but even better eye from Kelly Bliss. 1-1 the count. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us on Cool FM Live Sports. Don't forget to like this page, the Cool FM Live Facebook page, and subscribe to the brand new Cool FM Live YouTube page. I said brand new, but it's about a few months old now. Shout out Danimal, Dan the man, who keeps that one updated, I'm pretty sure. Outside corner strike, two. And here we go again. Ty Scholl up against a hitter. 1-2 the count. Let's see if they can't. And you can see Tombstone's just really adept at hitting with 2 strikes. Bliss choking up on the bat. That one's going to be outside, 2-2 the count. And they do a great job protecting the plate. Andrew Dorsey going to come back in for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as they bat around. If they can't end the inning here, this is going to be a high fly ball from Kelly Bliss out to left center field. They've had some problems out there, and there's a collision in left. The catch is recorded. 1 run will come in on the sacrifice, and that's a scary moment in left field. That's what we're going to focus on now. Left fielder and center fielder both walking this one off. We're going to have a timeout. Great job out there in left field, hanging on to that ball after that big collision. And you know that was Tucker Stanback out there, and you know that's a result.
No, he didn't tag.
What's going on? All right, so there's some confusion here, but Tucker Stanback getting up after that one, and great job to make the play, but you know that was just right there. That whole sequence is because of the problems they've had out in left field. There's only 2 outs in the inning. That much I know is true. So it looks like they're trying to get this one sorted. As it stands, it will be 7-0 with 2 away at the top of the second inning. So we're going to try to get this one sorted, folks. WILLCOX should be taking the field. No, they are not. So is that going to remain 6-0? What is going on? That was only the second out. Head coach James Milligan from the Tombstone Yellow Jackets says he knows. And we'll see. Maybe they didn't tag up at third. I don't know what the call is going to be. All right, let's take the run off the board for right now. So Tombstone will be still up 6-0 as we go into the bottom of the second. But that was only 2 outs, and nobody gave the out sign at third base either. And so that is going to be what the call is that the runner at third did not tag up. So WILLCOX throws it over, touches the base. And that was going to be your third out. All right, so the WILLCOX Cowboys, the beneficiary of that official ruling, and it's only going to be 6-0. Tombstone still on top. But the WILLCOX Cowboys save themselves a few runs after that instance. And yeah, the Tombstone Yellow Jackets take the field. Head coach James Milligan, I wouldn't say he's happy with the ruling, but is going to go ahead and accept the ruling. So Tombstone up 6-0. WILLCOX Cowboys got to get something going offensively. I know it's early in the ball game, but they have dug themselves a hole that they have to inch their way out of inning by inning by inning.
That's how I know.
Interesting. It's baseball. Can't escape controversy, right, Dave? Oh, Kim Sanchez says they moved Tucker to center and Joe to left. So I thought that was Smooth Joe Sanchez because of the hair. You could always tell the locks. So Kim Sanchez, thank you so much for that. It was Joe Sanchez who did a great job hanging on to that ball. Cool Joe Sanchez. Joe Cool. Smooth, whatever. They're all good nicknames. That's going to bring up freshman Asher Ward for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Man, I am just off on my game. I'm just waiting for technical difficulties to happen. After my last 2 days, I just can't call a game. You know? No, well, my battery pack is at 1, so I'll probably have to change batteries here on this microphone before too long. First pitch home. This one's going to be fouled away, 0-1. Caballero doing a great job on the mound. No hits in this game. Didn't allow a walk. And then Joe Sanchez sacrifice bunted, but Anthony Morales struck out. The only strikeout of the ball game for Caballero. This one's going to be fought off the hands of Asher Ward, going up there with the plate appearance of I'm swinging at whatever is near the plate. Oh, 0-2 now. The freshman, Asher Ward. He's going to swing at that one, too. High fly ball is going to kill a car. That sure did hit pretty heavy on the hood of that car. Which way? You know what you're in for when you park on the right field line. So the 0-2 home once again to Asher Ward. That one's going to be in the dirt. Caballero saying you're going to swing. Go ahead and swing at that one. No ties. 1-2 the count. Every time I put my phone on the fence, it gets hit off. There we go. At least I'll be able to catch it when it does it this time. The 1-2 home now. Thank you. A lot of viewers in this chat. Lena Teeter says, Big Brother Tucker's truck. Lena, I saw that you posted that Christian hit a home run over left field in the JV game. Congratulations to the young man. And I'll tell you, that JV game had hundreds and hundreds of people watching it. They need to switch the JV and varsity games. 2-2 home. Asher Ward swings through that one. That's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 still to count. Umpire asking DJ Elias, catcher, if he's all right. He says, yeah. Asher Ward, of course, famously younger brother of Landon Ward. And I asked why Landon Ward didn't play baseball. Turns out he's a really great golfer. Shout out Landon Ward. He just won a tournament in golf. A 48 contestants. Breaking ball right on the inside corner. Good pitch from Caballero. First out of the inning. Second strikeout from Brendan. That'll bring up Jerry Reyes for the WILLCOX Cowboys.
Yeah, dude. They probably would.
Bottom of the second inning. The mercy rule is after 5 innings, I found out in Valley Union yesterday, which I was not excited on. Shorts and 40-degree weather and hurricane force winds. That one's going to be too tall. But right now, 6-0. Tombstone threatening it. The 1-0 home. Caballero is starting to work a little bit quicker. This one's going to be shot into center field. Does it get down? No. Great defense. No problem with the sun for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets and hammering Hank Moody. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Cowboys starting to find the baseball with their bats. Unfortunately, the defensive difference from the Yellow Jackets and WILLCOX Cowboys, the difference in this ball game so far. Jay Davies, another one of these kids that are better than me in golf. Golf's beautiful because it's just you versus you. Breaking ball outside corner, 0-1 the count. Caballero pitching a great one so far in this ball game. No hitter. It's only been 1 2/3 innings, but worth noting. Another great breaking ball, and that one does catch the outside corner as well. Reyes. Oh, that's Mark Wilson, rather. Reyes just flew out. First baseman, Mark Wilson. Down 0-2 in this count. Caballero set the pitch. This one's going to be fouled away. If DJ would have caught that, that would have been the third strike. But as it stands, still 0-2. 6-0 Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top. Tombstone were a state quarterfinalists last year with 4 freshmen starting. And we knew that they would be a force to be reckoned with in 2A baseball. DJ Lee is calling for the high fastball. Gets it. This one's going to be chopped right back to the pitcher. Slips a little bit. Can he make the play? Yes, he can. 1-2-3 inning for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as they now enter the top of the 3rd inning. Still 6-0. Look at me switching all the scoreboard stuff. I'm the best. So score that one a 1-3 put out. That's going to bring Andrew Dorsey, Sasha Webster, and Hank Moody to the plate here in the top half of the 3rd inning for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. And already we look like we might have a pitching change early on for Tombstone. I believe that's Jerry Reyes out there. I'll have to get the number. No, that's Torres. Severo Torres taking the bump now for the WILLCOX Cowboys. So that's going to close the book on Ty Scholl. 6 runs across, but I don't know how many of those were earned. Couldn't be more than 2. Unfortunate circumstances. Well, I mean, the ones where the center fielders lost the ball, those are earned runs. So that's going to kill the ERA. But I thought Ty Scholl pitched a game that's not going to be indicative on the scoreline of how well he pitched. All right, folks, let's get back to some sponsor reading. Again, we are able to broadcast Sports Live free of charge on Cool FM Live thanks to our amazing sponsors. First, Allo Fiber, your new home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to learn more about the fiber difference and become a fiber fan. Thank you as well to Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. We will be working hard to earn your trust the right way. We are happy to support our local athletic sports. SoSci. Every play, every pass, every goal, every run. I had that last part every time. Every run. This season, we're with you every step of the way. At SoSci, we believe in rising to the occasion. When the pressure's on, we say challenge accepted. Join us in backing your favorite Cochise County team. Because together, we are unstoppable. Whoever your Cochise County team is in this one, either the WILLCOX Cowboys or the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. WILLCOX in the first couple of innings dug themselves a hole that they got to get out of. Ty Scholl is over at shortstop, I believe. I see that. Defense needs to tighten up. It's the same story for the WILLCOX Cowboys as we always get it early on season jitters defensively. The field looks a lot better, though. Shout out to Steve Ward, new coach for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Did a great job on this infield. So the two... I'll just say it, poor playing surfaces in Cochise County, Bisbee and WILLCOX, completely redone, and it looks very, very good this season. That one's going to be on the outside corner as well, so Dorsey finds himself down 0-2, which has been the worst situation for the WILLCOX Cowboys is being ahead of a hitter 0-2. The WILLCOX Cowboys, or the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, I believe, have done all their damage down 0-2 or 1-2 in a count. This one's going to be foul tip. Just got a piece of that. Good pitch from Torres, but a great job by Dorsey for staying alive. Mainstream Matthew Meinhardt in the chat says, I imagine Tombstone will dominate this season. Every Cochise County team is good, but there are levels to these things, and Tombstone and Bisbee for 2A baseball are just on a different level this year. That's going to be a foul tip, and Ant-Man couldn't catch it, so that's going to stay alive. That's going to keep Dorsey alive. But as we saw last year, we thought the same thing. Tombstone and Bisbee were a class above everyone in 2A, not just the 2A Beast region. And WILLCOX got to the quarterfinals, and Benson got to the semifinals. Benson just has this habit of starting off slow, and it's probably the competition they scheduled, to be honest with you. They start off slow, and then all of a sudden they just turn it on towards the end. They had a 9-game winning streak going into the playoffs. This one's going to be ripped towards third base, and a good job. 0-2 hit for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Dorsey finds himself on first. Officially 1 for 1 now as he was hit by a pitch in his first at bat, which brings up Sasha Webster, super sophomore Sasha Webster. Say that one 10 times fast. Double in his first appearance. He probably had an RBI in there, but I forgot to write the RBI down. That's all right. Max Prep's got you. Torres gets a sign. This is the 9-hole hitter. This is one you can't get away from. That one's going to be in the dirt, 1-0. Here's the thing about, we said it on our show earlier today, there's 3 offenses in Cochise County that just are going to get run off over and over and over again because they have so many players. At Buena, of course, that offense is ridiculous. Tombstone, of course, and Bisbee. So there is no respite when you talk about the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. This one's low, 2-0 the count. 1 through 9, Tombstone has as deep a lineup as any team in Cochise County. And here's the thing, they're still young. There's still only a few seniors on this team. Good pitch here. This is going to be the ground ball that they needed. Can they turn the double play? There goes to second, but they can't turn the 2. A little bit of trouble out there at shortstop for the WILLCOX Cowboys. That was Robert Hill, the freshman. And that's why I always say just attack the ball. It's going to take a fun. That last hop is always the funniest for some reason. But a good job sticking with it and getting the first out of the inning. That'll turn us over on the lineup. Hammer and Hank Moody comes back up. 0 for 1 officially in this ball game. A walk, a run scored, and a strikeout. Pickoff play, nothing doing. Sasha Webster doesn't look like he's interested in running to second. Unless the ball's hit, of course. Get in the chat, folks. Let me know your predictions for the season across Cochise County and our conferences, specifically the 2A Beast region. Now that I believe Morency's out of the 2A Beast region. Man, there were so many teams out of this region in 2A base. Of course, one of them had to win the state championship. 1-0 home from Torres. Webster's going to go. Ant-Man has the throw down. Can they get it? No, just the wrong side of the bag. That's going to be strike 1 and a stolen base. Sasha Webster. I was wrong. Turns out he was looking to run. He was trying to steal second the whole time. The 1-1 home. This one's going to be chopped towards Hill at short. Good job playing it on the bounce. This should be an easy play up and over. 2 away. So the defense finally starting to come into life for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Back-to-back plays made by Robert Hill Jr. So, yeah, get in the chat, folks. Let me know what your predictions are for the 2A Beast region as unbiasedly as you can. We have a timeout from the umpire. He's going to go ahead and talk to Torres about something he's doing. And I like that. I like talking to a player before you give him the balk or the whatever you were going to give him on that play. Tall Trey Franklin up to the plate for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. He is 2 for 2 in this ballgame. Does have a stolen base and 2 runs scored. Probably 2 RBI. You should probably write those down. 6-0. WILLCOX looking to get out of this top half of the third inning with their first scoreless inning. They allowed 2 in the first and 4 in the second. Trey Franklin 2 for 2, looking to make it 3 for 3. We're halfway to the cycle with the single and the double. First pitch home, that's going to be low and away outside. Webster looked like he wanted to go. Ant-Man corrals it and looks him back. 1-0 the count. Gorgeous day for baseball in WILLCOX, Arizona. It's about 45 degrees. At least the winds aren't hurricane force this time. Shout out Alfreda. Just about died out there. The 1-0 home. This is going to be hit off the hands. Wilson's over under. Can he make the play? No! And again, a second chance opportunity coming for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets as WILLCOX's defense looks like they're just pressing a little bit. We saw the collision in left and center field, which I could safely say everyone is okay out there. And now just overrunning that routine fly ball at first. They're just getting a little bit ahead of themselves. You're down 6-0. You can't get all 6 of them back, especially when you're not up to bat. That's a great breaking ball by Torres. 1-2 the count. Kids starting to pile up here in WILLCOX, Arizona now. I cannot stress to you how impressive that crowd was for the JV game. The pitch from Torres. That's chin music. Ant-Man didn't see the runner taking off. Would have had him dead to rights. 2-2 home. Sasha Webster with his second stolen base. Finds himself 90 feet away on third. Anthony Morales just focusing on the ball. Didn't see the runner take off for third, but he had him. Oh, still almost got him. Runner now at third. 2 away for the WILLCOX Cowboys. They look to get out of this inning with no runs across for the first time in this ballgame. Good breaking ball right at me. That's going to knock my phone down. 2-2 the count. And it's also going to adjust the camera.
Hey, come on, Torres.
There we go. That's about where it was. No, now we got the static. Thanks. This is a high fly ball to the infield. Hill Jr. is under it. There we go for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Much better defensively, and they get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third, still 6-0. So momentum building for the Cowboys here in WILLCOX, Arizona. Hey, Paul, why's your screen cracked? Because I do stuff like that all the time. All right, great job there defensively from the WILLCOX Cowboys. That was Trey Franklin. That's no easy out. And Robert Hill Jr. for the Cowboys, putting the defensive work all on his back, made every single put out, the 6'4", the 6'3", and then the pop out at shortstop. Freshman as well. Always have to point that out. It's just so crazy how good these teams are in Cochise County. Whenever you see freshmen that can crack that starting roster, you know that they're special. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. We're going to be led off by the aforementioned Robert Hill Jr., Ty Scholl, and Severo Torres coming up to the plate for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Thank you again, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live, where we broadcast our Cool FM Live sports free of charge. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, First Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care all across Cochise and Santa Cruz County. Call them today at 520-685-1035. And as always, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, serving our community. All the descriptions of our sponsors will be in the header above. Still no predictions on how the 2A is going to go, huh? It's tough to pick against Bisbee, and they did go 2-0 against the Yellow Jackets last year. But there's something about this Tombstone team that I just cannot shake away from. It's the swag. Who knows? First pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed. So Robert Hill Jr. coming up saying, I am going after this one, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. I mean, you're a fool to pick against the Bisbee Pumas this year, I think. I do feel like if they don't get bracket screwed like they did last year, Tombstone was in a bracket by themselves, and every other 2A East region was on the bottom part of the bracket. I think we might be seeing Tombstone and Bisbee in the finals against each other. This one in the dirt, 1-1. You're talking about two evenly matched teams. That's what we're waiting on. See what Robert Hill Jr. can do. No batting gloves. This is a sign of a player that barrels it a lot. This one's going to be chopped down to first, up and over. Easy play for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Eric Kohler records the put out. And despite the 6-0 scoreline, I think we see WILLCOX and we see Benton in the postseason as well this season. WILLCOX ranked 15. They had to win their playing game. They did that. And then they had the game of the year where they upset the number 2 seed. Matthew said that would be a heck of a game. Hey, we're going to see Bisbee and Tombstone a couple times this year. And those are going to be fun games to watch. Strike one. Emphatic strike from the umpire. That's why we love baseball. As that brings up Ty Scholl for the first time for the WILLCOX Cowboys.
All right.
That one's going to be too tall. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 home. That's going to be too high and inside. Ty Scholl, the starting pitcher, who is on record for the loss. You know, he wants to turn the fortunes of the WILLCOX Cowboys around with one swing. The wind not exact. No, it is. It's blowing out the left field. All someone has to do is pop it up. That thing will go. The 2-1 home to Scholl. 3-1 now. 6-0. Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top as we start the bottom of the third inning. And Ty Scholl trying to get on base any way you can. You can't get them all back in one swing. No matter what, there's going to be more and more hitters that need to come back up. This one's going to be grounded to shortstop. That's Kelly Bliss over there. Up and over the freshman, freshman last year, making all those plays. Now a sophomore. Has not missed a step. And that's the Tombstone Yellow Jacket team that we know and love. Defensively, offensively, they just know how to play baseball. It's always fun to watch. That's going to bring us up to the top of the lineup. Severo Torres now for the WILLCOX Cowboys. They need to get something going. A no-hitter so far, thrown by Brendan Caballero. First pitch home to Torres. He swings at that one. That's the second time Torres has not been expecting that pitch in as many at-bats to start him off. 0-1 the count. Caballero just 2 strikeouts in this ball game. Pitching to a lot of contact. We saw the Douglas Bulldogs last year do that a lot. Just pitch to contact and let the defense behind you make the plays. Tombstone probably heard us say how great the Douglas Bulldogs were defensively, and they're like, okay, hold my Pepsi or whatever kids drink. That one's going to be outside. 2-1 the count. I might, you know what I might do? I might just sit down and put on the remote scoring. No, that'll kill my phone. I know it will, for sure. The 2-1 home. Good job staying alive there from Torres. Fooled on the pitch, but got to protect at all costs, and he fouls that one away still. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Caballero, the no-hitter, looking to carry that through 3 innings. Not a perfect game. Did walk a hitter. And he does just that. 3 scoreless innings for the Tombstone Yellow Jacket ace, Brendan Caballero. Well, not ace. DJ's the ace. But great pitcher, Brendan Caballero. I asked him. I looked at him like, where were you on varsity last year? He said he was just a JV player, and I just thought that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. He looks the part. He's pitching the part here today. 3 strikeouts from Caballero. That's going to be 6-0 going into the top of the 4th inning. Danger time here for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Just a few innings before this one is over, and they got to get something going offensively, but defensively, a much better inning in the top of the 3rd inning. Where let's talk about Robert Hill Jr. He's the one that did it. He was the person that got all 3 putouts, 6-4, 6-3, and then a fly out. Defensively, Robert putting it all on his shoulders. If I'm Torres, I try to get the right-handed hitters to hit that one to shortstop. He's playing very well. But in between the innings, folks, I'd like to thank some of the sponsors that make this broadcast possible. First, the Ed Morse Automotive Group, formerly Lawely Automotive. They're now serving all of Cochise County. They're dedicated to making the best vehicle buying experience possible for you. Driving today and experience the difference at Ed Morse. I have no idea why that sentence trips me up all the time. Thank you to the Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-592439. And thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. Let you know they're doing it right, folks. And, of course, support the businesses that support your community. We would not be out here broadcasting live free of charge for any of our Cochise County sports without these amazing sponsors. Looks like we got one last pitch. We're going to get the throw down. Torres retakes the mound for the WILLCOX Cowboys. He's going to bring up superstar DJ Elias. The first person we called a superstar was DJ Elias. And maybe it was Jose Mendez. I can't remember. The first one I remember is DJ. DJ Elias hit back-to-back home runs in a game, or I guess you call them back-to-back games. He led us off with a home run, and those are some of the lures you get to watch. This one's going to be a high fly ball to left field. Did DJ get all of it? He did! DJ Elias, just as we talked about it, makes it 7-0 with the solo home run. First pitch he sees. That is now 2 for 2 for DJ Elias, a single and a home run. No problem at all. Don't hesitate to ever come say hello. I'll be unprofessional all day. DJ Elias makes it 7-0 after that home run into left field in Tombstone. Oh, thank you, Mainstream man. Matthew Meinhardt said, way to call that, Paul. That was a reserved call. I'm away. So I didn't want to show too much enthusiasm for that home run. But DJ Elias, boy, does he love playing in WILLCOX, Arizona. That's going to bring up Brendan Caballero, the pitcher, who's pitching a no-hitter right now. Looks at the outside corner for strike one. Brendan officially 1 for 2. Reached on an error. And also with the single in this one, that's going to be a strike on the outside corner as well. 0-2 the count. I didn't know that was going to be a home run right away, and then I was like, that wind's going out there. There's no way. DJ Elias will not be denied. This one's going to be a chopper over the hill at short. He's done a great job defensively for the Cowboys. Can he do it again? Yes. Up and over with the 6-3 putout. 1 away in the top of the 4th. That's 4 straight putouts recorded by Robert Hill Jr., the freshman at short. You want bright spots for the WILLCOX Cowboys right now. That is one of them. Well, you need it. Take it. Sorry for the static. I hear that coming in, folks. It just is what it is. And that's going to be Kohler, who sends this one into shallow left field. And that's going to fall down for a base hit. Eric Kohler reaches first on a high fly ball, and WILLCOX in their home ballpark having a lot of trouble defending these pop-ups to the outfield. That's going to bring up number 9, Miguel Rincon. Left-handed hitting Miguel Rincon, officially 0 for 1. Did reach on a hit by pitch in his last at-bat. Top of the 4th inning. Toro's looking for that ground ball. Wants to throw it to Hill. Runner's going to go. That's going to be outside. Ant-Man up with it and down. It's a good throw, but gets away. And that's going to be a stolen base. Good job by Kohler. And 1-0 home to the batter, Rincon. That was a good ball to throw on if you're a catcher, Anthony Morales. And he got it down there. It was going to be a bang-bang play if it was corralled, but either which way, it wasn't. So we have a runner on second. First home run on Cool FM Live, and who would have thought it was going to be DJ Elias? I would have put $3,000 on that, no matter what the odds. That one's going to be on the inside corner, 1-1 the count. DJ Elias, of course, the leading home run man in Cochise County. That's saying a lot. Last year, he hit 7. Bryson Meyer for the Pumas hit 6, and Cash McCumber for the Cowboys of WILLCOX. These Cowboys hit 5. That's going to be a high fly ball. Robert Hill Jr. under it, and that's exactly who you want under it if you're a WILLCOX Cowboy fan. That is now 5 straight outs recorded by Robert Hill for the WILLCOX Cowboys, the freshman. So Rincon sat down, fly to 6, and now we're going to bring up Kelly Bliss, sophomore, 0 for 2, fly out to right and a fly out to left in this one. Torres gets his sign, comes home. The breaking ball's right across, 0-1 the count. A great job from battling back here from Saavedra Torres, because a home run given up by DJ Elias could be a heck of a thing to shatter your mental. Ooh, that just misses low, 1-1 the count. Thank you again, Mainstream Matt Meinhardt, for that. I didn't think the call was that good. Could have been a lot better. Was not expecting it. For some reason, I didn't expect DJ Elias to hit a home run. He does it all the time. This is going to be a high fly ball. Wilson, and it's going to be Ty Scholl that takes control of that one. So stop the streak for Robert Hill of converting all the putouts for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Ty Scholl underneath that one, but another run on the cross on the board for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. 7-0 on the bat of DJ Elias and his solo home run. And that's going to do it. I heard Coach James Milligan, they're going to do a pitching change. So Brendan Caballero, 3 innings of no-hit baseball, is going to find himself in the outfield. I think I saw 77, which would be Andrew Dorsey for the WILLCOX Cowboys, getting ready at catcher. And, of course, fireballer DJ Elias now on the mound. Just hit the home run. Looking to start the bottom of the inning with the strikeout and try to put 3 of them on the board. Who knows what will happen. WILLCOX with a lot of work to do to come back into this one. Just a few innings to do it. It is 7-0 as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Good game to start our Cool FM broadcast. Of course, Barbie 9 in the chat says, Addison says, hi, Daddy. Hi, baby Addison. Love you. Although she's not a baby anymore. She is 3 years old. And you need to use the potty. But in between innings, folks, I'd like to thank more of the sponsors that allow us to broadcast live free of charge as DJ Elias tries to kill us all. First, Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Bisbee, Hereford, and Douglas, providing the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Call them today at 520-432-6435. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping for all of your landscaping needs, serving Cochise County. Visit them on Facebook or call 520-456-8945. Yep, you hear that little snap in the glove there. That's the DJ Elias fastball, I'll tell you. Hold on, give me a second. I'll go back to the ad reads after I watch this one from DJ. Yep, he added velocity as well. It's funny, these power pitchers just added more power in the offseason. Going to be tough to hit him. Thank you to Ginger's Titles of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Look for the iconic pink door, now open on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and DJ Elias is spotting that fastball. And it's not just the fastball from DJ Elias. He also has a very nasty changeup and some great breaking stuff. We'll see who on the WILLCOX Cowboys, if any, can answer the call and start to get these bats hot. They have been no-hit in this ballgame. They're going to be led off in the bottom of the 4th by Tucker Stanback, followed by Cool Joe Sanchez and Ant-Man Anthony Morales. Stanback, no official at bat in this ballgame. He walked his first time up. One more before we get action underway, before the real baseball happens again. It's going to give me a chance to try to fix that camera slightly. Try to fix something, it just makes it worse. I find that out all the time when it comes to technology. And that is going to be Andrew Dorsey behind the plate for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. DJ Elias looking to continue the no-hitter the Tombstone Yellow Jackets have produced in the first 3 innings, bottom of the 4th. Here comes the only base runner for the WILLCOX Cowboys, Tucker Stanback. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a timeout. And Dorsey wants to get his sunglasses away. No need for the sunglasses. Sun is behind us. Happy to report that I left the shorts at home and I'm wearing pants. So the wind is not affecting me today. That's why you don't hear me shivering over the call. And it looks like we are just about set and ready to go. DJ Elias behind his big fast. I wonder what the first pitch is going to be from a lead. Who knows? Let's see. First pitch from DJ is that fastball high, and that's strike one to stand back. You could hear from the fans the whistle. He has got a fast one. That one's going to be inside, 1-1 the count. Great outing from Brendan Caballero. I believe he recorded 3 strikeouts is what I had recorded. We'll have to take a look. DJ 1-1. That's a great breaking ball. I told you but that's what velocity does. It sets up a lot of other pitches as well. Yeah, 3 strikeouts recorded from Caballero. The 1-2 home, he was fooled on that one. Strikeout number 1 for DJ Elias, number 11 on the season for him. So stand back, sat down. That's going to bring up Cool Joe Sanchez. He's seen DJ before. Stand back, that is the first time he has faced the fireballer for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, DJ Elias. The first pitch home. Breaking ball across, 0-1 the count. DJ just showcasing every single pitch in his arsenal. Cannot wait for the DJ Elias first Preston Meyer game. That's going to be so fun to watch. DJ, a little bit of a hesitation delivery, and that might have got himself into trouble. That hits the back of Cool Joe Sanchez, and the second base runner for the WILLCOX Cowboys in this ballgame is Joe Sanchez. Officially 0 for 1 now. With the hit by pitch, he did sacrifice, but they don't give you the sacrifice bunt unless they don't count it as a sacrifice unless it's a run across. I think that's the rule. I don't know. Don't know why the static's coming in, but as long as you can still hear me in the ball game, we are okay, everybody. I apologize for that. Just is what it is. Lena Morris Teeters in the chat says, not Joe. Well, Joe will take it at this point. Just the second base runner for the WILLCOX Cowboys in the bottom of the 4th inning now. That's going to bring up Anthony Morales. He was struck out in his first plate appearance. Joe Sanchez is going to get taken off the base pass. A pinch runner for him coming into the ball game now. Number 15 for the WILLCOX Cowboys, a number that I do not have. 7-0 here in WILLCOX, Arizona. Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top of the WILLCOX Cowboys. Not the biggest of leads over there on first. Ant-Man looks at that one. That's going to be inside. 1-0 the count. Coach James Milligan looks like he missed the call for the pinch runner. 15 for 8. So we're just going to have a little bit of a pause in the action before we resume our Cochise County baseball coverage between the WILLCOX Cowboys and the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. 7-0. Tombstone all on top of the WILLCOX Cowboys. And this one was the first 2 innings where the Tombstone Yellow Jackets did all of their damage. They had 6 runs since then behind the defense of Robert Hill Jr., the freshman for the WILLCOX Cowboys, especially Robert Hill Jr., only 1 run across for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Of course, that was a big home run from DJ Elias over that left field wall. That thing got out of here in a hurry. Not that we're trying to compare, but I think his one last year was further. That one's what we call a no-doubter. I think he hit the football grandstand with that one. But DJ Elias, home run in the last half inning. Strikeout in this bottom half of this inning as we're trying to get the substitutions on. New head coach for the WILLCOX Cowboys, Stephen Ward, talking to the umpire at home. And former WILLCOX Cowboy coach Adrian Fuentes came over and Gave me a handshake. He said, didn't mean to interrupt your broadcast. I said, I'll be as unprofessional for you as they come. Adrian Fuentes, the Adonis of Cochise County. I'm sure he hates that. Thank you again, everyone, for joining me on Cool FM Live Sports. Don't forget to like this page, the Cool FM Live page, and also subscribe to the brand new Cool FM Live YouTube page. You need to subscribe to that page for one reason only. First, Facebook stopped our multi-streaming, and now they're stopping our storage on videos. Our videos delete off Cool FM Live and Cool FM Live Sports after 30 days. So you have to subscribe to the YouTube page if you want to go back and watch any of these athletic competitions. Oh, I forgot to zoom in that camera in. I'm stupid. There we go. Now we got the fence out of there. Now we can see the game. Oh, good job, stupid. We're not the best cameraman in the world for nothing, folks. Yeah, it's still in there. Whatever. WILLCOX fans giving a lot of grief to the umpires right now. A lot of frustrations might be settling in. Oh, good Lord. What are you doing, Paul? Thank goodness this wasn't during the game, right? If they need to know how many outs there are, there's one. Says 2 outs. I believe there's only... Oh, so, okay. The runner is taken off first. Now we're back home at 1-0. So something happened, and now it's 2 away in this inning. Now we can't see left field. We just got to keep the fence in here, folks. Sorry about that. I tried. All right, the 1-0 home. That's going to be a breaking ball that's going to miss inside. 2-0 the count after all that. Shout out to Mama Morales, where her giving grief to the umpires was the catalyst for getting this game back on. The 2-0 home from Elias, a high fastball. That's going to be fouled straight back. Which car does it kill? It's amazing how many times those hit the street with how many cars that are parked there. 2-1 home now to Ant-Man, Anthony Morales. That one's going to be inside. 3-1 looked pretty good for me. Catcher could not catch it. Dorsey. So Anthony Morales on top of this count, 3-1. Ant-Man up 3-1 in the count. DJ throws that one in the dirt. Ball 4. And there's the base runner for the WILLCOX Cowboys. 2 away. Good eye there from Anthony Morales. I'm sure the stoppage in play hurt everyone involved. Not just the hitters. Asher Ward, freshman, coming up for the WILLCOX Cowboys now. We were told to watch out for him in football as well. Older brother Landon Ward, best golfer in Cochise County, I hear. Runner on first now. Anthony Morales doesn't look like he has any desire to take off for second. That is the shortest of leads. DJ Elias now coming home. Asher sends this one out to second. Can he beat it out? It's going to be a tough play, and it jumps over the glove of Sasha Webster. That's going to be runners on first and second for the WILLCOX Cowboys. So the ball getting over the glove of Sasha Webster. We will still score that in E4. So the Yellow Jacket no-hitter still intact, although there have been 4 base runners in the ball game for the Cowboys. They look to rally. Anything in the gap here, making 7-2 would be huge for the WILLCOX Cowboys, and that brings up tall Jerry Reyes. First pitch home from Elias. That's going to be inside. 1-0 the count. That's what power pitchers like to do, is work on the inside corner, back you off, get you thinking. You don't want to step into those. You got to keep stepping at the pitcher. I've always hated stepping out of the box. This one's going to be chopped back to Webster. He's got a chance to redeem himself. Up and over. No harm, no foul on the air from Webster. He redeems himself right away. And we go into the top of the 5th inning. 7-0. Tombstone still on top. Although it was a much better offensive inning for the WILLCOX Cowboys. They're starting to slowly find their footing in this ballgame. Unfortunately for them, just a few more innings before this one is called game over and they're down. So, in between innings, folks, of course, I'd like to thank the people that make this broadcast possible. First, the Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally handmade bath and body products. You can find them at CSUN Creations or visit SierraVistaSoapCompany.com. Thank you as well to Aloe Fiber, your new home team, internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit AloeFiber.com to learn more about the Aloe Fiber difference and become a fiber fan. Thank you as well to Right Way, now serving Cochise County and Sierra Vista, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. We will be working hard to earn your trust the right way. They're happy to support our athletic broadcast. Thank you as well to SoSci, every play, every pass, every goal, every run. This season, we're with you every step of the way. At SoSci, we believe in rising to the occasion, and when the pressure's on, we say challenge accepted. Oh, I'll tell you what, these WILLCOX Cowboys need to say challenge accepted in this one. The gauntlet was thrown down, and it is 7-0. Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top of the WILLCOX Cowboys. Head coach Stephen Ward and the umpire talking it out. Stephen Ward from the WILLCOX Cowboys. Of course, a lot of interesting decisions being made in this ball game here today. For the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, in the top half of the 5th inning, we're going to see Andrew Dorsey, now catcher for the Yellow Jackets. We'll see Sasha Webster coming up, and also Hank Moody as we return the lineup back to the top again. And the WILLCOX Cowboys are going to hit for a fourth, or the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Good job, Paul. You're killing it today. Are going to hit for a 4th time in 5 innings. Baseball season in Cochise County, the mecca for baseball in all of Arizona. As a former baseball player, I feel comfortable saying that. Good throw down from Ant-Man. We'll see if we can't get a runner to thrown out at second this time. Tombstone has been testing him. A few good throws down there. Unfortunately, nothing converted for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Part of the reason they're down 7-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Still a young team, a young WILLCOX Cowboy team, this sophomore class that are going to turn into seniors in 2 years are going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I know that they want to expedite that process quickly and have success this year. But replacing Big Ed Tingle, Orrin Alsop, Cash McCumber, and Monster Fuentes is always going to be a tough task. Anthony Morales shaking off his hand. It looks like he might be in some discomfort, but he's going to battle through it. Severo Torres still on the bump for the WILLCOX Cowboys. That one's high and tight. 1-0 the count. Torres gets a sign. Wants to work a little bit quickly. Good breaking ball. That's going to be squared up into the center field. Dorsey is going to lead this inning off with a single. And the Tombstone Yellow Jacket bats, which have been quiet in the last couple of innings, look like they want to wake up one more time, aside from the DJ Elias home run, obviously. We're going to have a pinch runner coming in for the Yellow Jackets, number 28, as Dorsey, the catcher, is going to go ahead and get his equipment on for the pace of play, which all the golfers that watch this should be super happy about. Keep the pace of play up. One great job of hitting there from Dorsey. Send that one into center field, and we have our first base runner on the top of the 5th. And of course, should the Tombstone Yellow Jackets get 3 more base runners or 3 more runs in, that would be a 10-run lead, which would end the game should the WILLCOX Cowboys not get anything in the bottom half of the 5th. So Sasha Webster up. Webster officially 1 for 2. Morales is going to throw this one down. The runner was caught, but they couldn't catch it at second base. So more defensive troubles for the WILLCOX Cowboys, and that's going to be a stolen base. Oh, it's just unfortunate for the WILLCOX Cowboys today. It seems like every year they have a little bit of time before that defense catches up to their offense and pitching. Hopefully they get it done quicker. We don't need another 15-2 upset. This one's going to be a fly ball. This is going to be tough. It looks like this might drop in center field, and it will. Runner's going to go to third, so now we have runners at the corners for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They're looking for a huge inning here. Sasha Webster now 2 for 3 in this ball game. Andrew Dorsey, the catcher for the Yellow Jackets, now 2 for 2. And we are going up to Hammer and Hank Moody, 0 for 2 officially in this ballgame. A strikeout and a ground out to short. Let's see what Hank can do. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. In the top of the 5th inning for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Tombstone waiting for their annual #1 ranking in 2A baseball. Runner's going to take off for second. Ant-Man's going to throw back down to third. Didn't catch him napping. That's going to be strike 1 home. Runners at second and third now for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. Wonder if they call that a stolen base. It has to be a stolen base. He took off, right? Stole that base. The L1 home to Hank Moody. 2 runners in scoring position for the Yellow Jackets. Torres the pitch. Breaking ball just a little bit too high. 1-1 the count. 7-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Tombstone completely dominant in this one. The good thing about baseball is it is not time. So if WILLCOX goes on a run, they can easily get back in this one, as that one's in the dirt 2-1 the count. It's going to be tough for the Cowboys against the Tombstone Yellow Jackets to do that. But they are the Cardiac Cowboys for a reason. They came back down, was it 2-4-0 in the state round of 16 to beat the #2 seed? This one's going to be chopped down to Ty Scholl, who's playing at shortstop, and that one's going to get underneath. That's going to lead to 1 run. That's going to lead to 2 runs, and all of a sudden, it's 9-0. Ball goes all the way to the wall, and Hank Moody's going to wind up at third base. 2 RBIs for Moody, and now 9-0 Tombstone on top.
Number 3. Bye.
And that's going to bring up Trey Franklin, officially 2 for 3 in this ball game. 2 runs scored as well on a stolen base. And after Trey Franklin, the ever dangerous number 5, DJ Elias. Let's not get lost on Trey Franklin here. Trey Franklin, dangerous as well. 9-0. Tombstone on top, runner at third. Nobody out. Good pitch right on the outside corner, 0-1. Franklin wanted to offer at it, decides he didn't like it. Trey Franklin probably looking to pull the ball at the over the left field wall as well, just like his comrade on deck did, DJ Elias. Our first home run broadcast on Cool FM, DJ Elias. Who'd have thought? Fastball, that's going to be ripped to third. Teeters. No, it's not Teeters anymore. They're going to come home with it, and they can't get the run. Now that's 10-0. So the WILLCOX Cowboys officially, in the bottom of the 5th, are going to have to get 1 run to extend this ball game. And with DJ Elias up at the plate and nobody out, that could be 3 runs by the end of this at-bat. And they're going to intentionally walk DJ Elias with the runner already on first, and we heard it from the dugout. The wow. That's the old Barry Bonds treatment right there. The old IBB. So now runners on first and second for the WILLCOX Cowboys. That brings up Brendan Caballero. 3 no-hit innings as the pitcher for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, and he's looking to punish the WILLCOX Cowboys for walking DJ Elias. That one just breaks in under the belt. 0-1 the count. DJ Elias says send it. He says send that one. Oh, they're going to throw it down. Do they get DJ? It looked like it. They did get DJ napping on first base. There you go, 1 out. Any way possible. Severo Torres happy about that one. DJ Elias caught napping on first base for the WILLCOX Cowboys. Head coach James Milligan not happy with that one. DJ trying to laugh it off, and they are laughing. I mean, it's 10-0. I'm trying to manufacture a story where there is none. But here we go, 0-1 home now. I'm trying to be a media member nationally. I'm working working on my ESPN game. That's going to be a runner taken off. Ant-Man had him, but he throws the ball into left field. The first poor throw from Anthony Morales. We're going to have a stolen base, and now it's 11-0 Tombstone Yellow Jackets on top of the WILLCOX Cowboys in WILLCOX, Arizona. Anthony had him. He could have taken his time on that one, but unfortunately rushed a little bit. And again, everybody pressing for the WILLCOX Cowboys. The first couple of innings were a struggle defensively for WILLCOX. I think because of that, everyone's trying to go above and beyond what they need to do to record some outs. Stephen Ward, the head coach, coming in, arguing that the batter was in the way of the catcher, trying to record the out that way. We'll see what the umpire says. All right, Stephen Ward, head coach of the WILLCOX Cowboys, not happy with Anthony Morales. There's nothing really much to be happy about if you're a WILLCOX fan here today. We thought they were rebuilding last year, and this year they'd start off a little bit hotter, but that is not the case, as is all of high school sports. And, you know, maybe we did underrate the losses of Cash. That one's high and tight. Ed, Monster, and Oren late in the season. When we did our high school preview, I was sitting there looking at it like, you know what, these are 4 big losses, and I don't think we've given enough attention to last year. Torres is going to throw this one in the dirt now, 2-0. But let's not lose fact that the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, as long as I've been watching Cochise County sports, have always been ranked #1 at some point in the season in baseball. And let's see if Tombstone can't bring home a state championship for one of these times. That breaking ball is going to miss too tall. That's going to be ball 4. I guess I missed a ball. Still only 1 out in this inning. And now a runner on first for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That's going to bring up Eric Kohler, who is officially 2 for 3. 2 RBI, a stolen base, 2 singles in this ball game. Caballero heads over to first base. 11-0. So now 2 runs to extend the ball game for the WILLCOX Cowboys is what they need. Ant-Man going to throw behind the runner. They already picked off 1 at first in this inning, but no dice on that one. 1-0 home. Caballero back safely. No problem. A lot of people in this chat. Not a lot of people active, though. Come on, folks. Get in here. Jump in here. Let me know where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for. That one's going to catch the outside corner. Ant-Man's going to throw it down, and that's going to get over Mark Wilson's glove. That's going to be a runner on second. At least Caballero wants to go all the way to third and will get there. Another runner 90 feet away for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. They are already up 11-0 in this game, and it looks like the mercy rule is a foregone conclusion. That'll be an E2 on Anthony Morales. Spirits down for the WILLCOX Cowboys. This is a building block. It is a long. This is what we love about baseball. It is a large sample size game. You get a lot of playing time in this one. That one's going to be swung through, and 1-2 the count now. As mainstream Matt Meinhardt in the chat says, "Keep it up, Tombstone." Well, they are half an inning away now of ending this game early, just like they did last year. Pamela Francis in the chat says, "Tombstone, let's go." The breaking ball's thrown by him. That's going to be strike 3 in the second out of the inning. For the Yellow Jackets, Eric Kohler, a little bit confused at the plate on those ones. Great pitches from Torres. That's going to bring up left-handed hitting. Miguel Rincon, officially 0 for 2 in this game, did reach when he was hit by a pitch in the second inning. But now, Rincon, one of the few people that are hitless in this ball game for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. I'm looking at it. Kelly Bliss as well, and those are the only 2. So you know they want to turn that around as quickly as they can. Rincon's going to send a high fly ball to third. It's drifting. Does it stay in? Does it stay in? No, it doesn't. Just over the fence and the dugout at third base. 0-1 the count. Much ado about nothing on that one. It was a tricky fly ball, and it looked like it might have stayed in, but just at the last second over the fence, and that was it. Rincon has power in his own right. Unfortunately for him, the wind is blowing in from right, so see if he's got oppo power. Tombstone Yellow Jackets looking as good as advertised. as they always do in the early going. Rincon shoots this one over to second. What a stop! Up and over. Is that Hill again? I think that's Robert Hill Jr. again. Let me get the number. That freshman has been a bright spot if it is him. I'm still looking. Oh, what a diving play for the WILLCOX Cowboys. He will not give me his number. There we go. Jeez Louise. That was number 6, Jerry Reyes for the Cowboys making that play. And a much-needed momentum booster for the Cowboys as they need 2 runs going into the bottom half of the second inning to extend this ball game. It is 11-0. And unfortunately for them, on the mound is DJ Elias. And they said the same thing to, was it Luis Gonzalez of the Arizona Diamondbacks when Miguel Rivera came in to close out the game. I can't think of any names right now except for high school baseball. Mariano Rivera. These Louise, Paul. Come on now. So it's still possible for the Cowboys, but Tombstone looking as dominant as they have looked in the past couple of years. I'm still, if you guys watch our show live Tuesdays at 10, just don't watch this last one, our baseball preview, I was shocked. I really thought the Tombstone Yellow Jackets were going to face either the Bisbee Pumas or the Benson Bobcats in the state championship game. That was crazy to watch. We do have some comments in the chat. Erica Martinez says, go number 6. And mainstream Matt Meinhardt says, let's go DJ. Thank you again to all the sponsors that make this stream possible live on Cool FM for free. First, Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista, providing non-medical home care all across Cochise County. It does mean out here in WILLCOX and in Tombstone and San Simone and Douglas and everywhere in between. Benson actually probably our biggest city. Call them today at 520-685-1035. Thank you as well to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, SSVEC, for serving our community. And as well, thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group of Sierra Vista. Ed Morse is all about making you have the best vehicle buying experience possible. You see how slow I said that so I didn't stutter over it this time? Drive it today and experience the difference at Ed Morse. All right, 3 outs for the WILLCOX Cowboys to get 2 runs. Let's see if they can do it. They do have fireballer DJ Elias on the mound pitching to him. First up for the WILLCOX Cowboys is going to be Mark Wilson, followed by Robert Hill Jr., who has flashed the leather today, and then Ty Scholl. This one's going to be chopped down. This is going to be a tough play at third. Up and over the throw. What a play at third base. Okay, thank you for turning around. Eric Kohler for the Tombstone Yellow Jackets. That was a very tough play, but able to come up and record the out. I guess I could have just looked at the numbers on the defense there. Good job, Paul. Well, the WILLCOX Cowboys have switched fielders here a couple times, so I'm not going to kill myself for that one. That's going to bring up Robert Hill Jr., bottom of the 5th. First pitch on the outside corner. DJ switching speeds on him as he's doing that a lot more, looks like, this year. DJ Elias primarily threw the fastball last year. Did get him into trouble when people were able to time it up, but he is mixing up his speeds very well. And there's another changeup thrown in there for an 0-2 count quickly. One thing that doesn't change with DJ Elias is how quickly he works. Just give him the sign and let him go. DJ smiling. It means a fastball's coming. No, it wasn't. 1-2 the count. He tried to fool me on that one, and he succeeded. Probably trying to fool the hitter more, but the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs. 2 outs the WILLCOX Cowboys have left, as that's going to be strike 3. Now it's 2 outs. Do they record the out at first? They do. A close play, and that's 2 outs. 1 more, and the WILLCOX Cowboys fall to the Tombstone Yellow Jackets in WILLCOX, Arizona in 5 innings. That's going to bring up Ty Scholl for the Cowboys. Their last hope, Ty Scholl. Starting pitcher on record for the loss. Pitched a great game. Looking to extend this ball game for the Cowboys. Can't do it in one swing. Just got to find yourself on base. First pitch to Ty. He's going to square this one up. That's going to be a tough play in center field. Can they make it? Yes, they can. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, and that is your ball game, folks. Not quite the scoreline we were expecting here in WILLCOX, Arizona. The Tombstone Yellow Jackets victorious and dominant, 11-0 over the WILLCOX Cowboys. Stay tuned. We have games broadcasted all week. Tomorrow is going to be the Benson Bobcats playing host to the Bisbee Pumas. Dave Davies on the call for that one. Thank you, everyone, for joining me again on Cool FM Live Sports. Don't forget to like this page, the Cool FM Live page. Subscribe to the brand new Cool FM Live YouTube page. I am Paul Corder. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow.